I never thought handing in my resignation would lead to that conversation. The words she said to me, I still hear them echoing in my mind. She thought she was complimenting me. She had no idea what she just revealed. My name is Maya. I'm 29 years old, and for the past 5 years, I worked as a senior marketing strategist at a mid-sized advertising firm in Atlanta. I was good at my job. No, I was great at it. Campaigns I led brought in six-figure clients. My ideas won awards. My team respected me, but respect from management, that was a different story. I'd been passed over for promotion twice. Both times, they gave the role to someone with less experience. Both times, they were white. I told myself to keep my head down, work harder, prove myself even more. But after 5 years of being the almost candidate, I was exhausted. So I accepted an offer from a competitor. Better pay, better title, better future. Today was the day I'd tell my boss, Caroline. I knocked on her office door at 3 p.m. sharp. She waved me in with that practiced corporate smile, the one that never quite reaches the eyes. Maya, come in, sit down. What can I do for you? I handed her the envelope. I'm resigning. 2 weeks' notice, effective today. Her smile faltered. She opened the letter, skimmed it, then looked up at me with genuine surprise. Wow, I wasn't expecting this. She set the letter down. Can I ask why? I kept my voice calm, professional. I've accepted a position elsewhere. It's a better opportunity for growth. Growth. She repeated the word like she was tasting something bitter. Maya, you've grown so much here. You're one of our top performers. Then why have I been stuck in the same position for 5 years? I wanted to say, but I didn't. I just nodded politely. She leaned back in her chair, studying me. Is this about the promotion? Because I want you to know that decision wasn't personal. David just had more leadership presence. Leadership presence. Code for something else. I'd heard it before. I understand, I said, even though I didn't. Then she said something that made my stomach turn. You know, Maya, you're not like, you're so articulate and professional. You really carry yourself well. I forget sometimes that the air left the room. That I'm what, Caroline? She blinked, realizing too late that she'd stepped into dangerous territory. I just mean, you're so different from, you don't act like, you're very polished, that's all. Different from other Black women. That's what she meant. She thought she was giving me a compliment. She thought she was being kind. I felt my pulse in my ears. 5 years of swallowed frustration rose up in my chest. But I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just looked at her and said, very quietly, Caroline, do you realize what you just said to me? She shifted uncomfortably. I didn't mean anything by it. I think you're wonderful. You just told me I'm not like other Black people. You told me you forget I'm Black because I'm articulate. Do you understand how insulting that is? Her face went pale. No, that's not what that's exactly what you meant. My voice was steady now, stronger. You've been thinking that about me for 5 years. Every time you praised me, every time you said I was professional or well-spoken, you were comparing me to some stereotype in your head. And you thought that was a compliment. She opened her mouth, closed it. No words came. I worked harder than anyone in this office. I continued. I brought in more revenue than David ever did. But he got promoted because he has leadership presence, because he looks like what you think a leader should look like. And I stayed in the same role, being your exceptional Black employee. You're proof that you're not biased. Maya, I'm done, Caroline. I'm done being your exception. I stood up to leave, but she stopped me. Wait, please. Her voice cracked. I need to understand. I never wanted you to feel this way. I turned back. For the first time in 5 years, Caroline looked genuinely vulnerable. Not defensive, not dismissive, just listening. Then understand this, I said. When you tell a black woman she's articulate, you're saying you expected her to be ignorant. When you say she's not like the others, you're saying you see her race before you see her humanity. You've been doing that to me this whole time, and you didn't even know it. She nodded slowly, tears forming in her eyes. You're right. I'm so sorry, Maya. I thought I was being supportive, but I was part of the problem. It wasn't enough. An apology couldn't undo 5 years, but it was something. I paused at the door, my hand on the handle. There was more I needed to say, not for her, but for me. You know what hurt the most? I said, my voice softer now. It wasn't just the missed promotions or the backhanded compliments. It was watching you celebrate diversity on social media while making me feel like I had to be less of myself to fit in here. I straightened my hair for interviews. I modulated my voice in meetings. I laughed at jokes that weren't funny. I made myself smaller, quieter, more palatable. And for what? To still be seen as the exception rather than the standard. Caroline wiped her eyes, but she didn't look away. She was finally, truly seeing me. Every black woman who comes after me shouldn't have to perform like that. I continued. She shouldn't have to wonder if her natural hair is professional enough or if her passion will be labeled as aggressive. She shouldn't have to decode compliments to find the insults hidden inside them. That's the culture you need to change here. Not just for diversity reports, for actual human dignity. I hear you, Caroline whispered, and I promise I'll do better. I hope you do, I said, for the next Maya who walks through your door. 2 weeks later, I started my new job. My new boss, a black woman named Dr. Pierce, welcomed me with genuine warmth. We're lucky to have you, she said. And I believed her, not because she said the right words, but because she saw me. Not an exception, not a surprise, just me. I think about Caroline sometimes. I wonder if she changed. I hope she did. But more than that, I hope other black women don't have to wait 5 years to be seen. I hope they walk into rooms where their brilliance is expected, not exceptional, where their voice is heard, not surprising, where they're not compared to anyone else, because they're already enough. That day in Caroline's office taught me something. You don't have to accept crumbs disguised as compliments. You don't have to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. And you definitely don't have to prove your humanity to people who should have seen it all along. My name is Maya, and I am not your exception. I am the rule.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop a comment. We read every single one. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the Black Diaries. Your support brings us closer to our goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers.